Morphe. Who is Morphe? Hi there, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Before we get started, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Samantha, and if you'd like to stick around, I would be honored if you hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, or if you want to reserve thumbs up for the end of the video, that's cool too, as long as you get there. And hit the bell so you know when I upload. Now, if this is not your first time seeing my face, welcome back, baby. All right, so today's video, we're not gonna be doing any makeup today, but we're gonna be talking about some. And I might have some unpopular opinions here, but basically this video is just me talking about some brands that I won't ever review on my channel. And I know they say never, but honestly, these brands would have to pull like the biggest miracle on the planet to get me to use their products, because I definitely won't be reviewing them. Okay, so one of the main reasons why I put these two in the same category, both of these brands have been on the market since the 30s. I'm not exaggerating. Almay has been on the market since 1931, Physicians Formula since 1937. Like, it's 2020. Almay just finally decided to become inclusive in 2017. Physicians Formula was literally last year. And all they did was add like one generic ass brown adjuster. Like, what? So we don't have undertones, and apparently nobody is darker than Jackie Aina. Like, are you serious? Like, just stay all beige. Like, because that, I can't even call that bare minimum effort. Like, that was an insult. Physicians Formula. And okay, yeah, you added a couple of shades in addition to that adjuster. And I mean, yes, they added some shades, but they expanded their shade range to 12. I've been roasting these two brands for a really long time, both Almay and Physicians Formula. I'll be messy and put it up here. Y'all can watch it after this video. Even with pretty consistent, you know, hate towards Almay and Physicians Formula because they've been historically racist. It took Almay 86 years to figure out, darker people, they buy makeup too. Like, are you kidding me? And Physicians Formula, it took y'all 82 years to become inclusive. Like, what? Y'all whack. Next. Ooh, okay, this next one. Huda. Okay, so I know her foundation has like 30 shades and her concealer, you know, runs really deep, I think. I understand that. That's not why Huda is on this list. So I used to follow Huda when she was on YouTube, like when she was making videos regularly. She still makes videos. I don't know if it's regularly though. But anyway, I really liked Huda. I really did. Like, her personality, you know, she's very likable, beautiful smile. This was before she did anything to her face. And she had like this bubbly personality, and she just, you know, seemed like really, really sweet girl who was good at makeup. And then when she came out with her brand, I, as well as many other people, noticed the lack of diversity on her page when it came to promoting her products. And the only times that she would share videos and photos and stuff of darker skinned influencers, because it wasn't just Black women, it is anyone with a darker complexion. It was always when it was like a stupid video, like where they were basically putting themselves as the butt of the joke or something like that. It was never like a, oh, look at this gorgeous look that so-and-so created. No, it was always something like someone ripping off their eyebrows with tape and then recreating them with like stuff like that. It was just ridiculous. So anyway, that always just just put a bad taste in my mouth in regards to Huda. And I'm stubborn, I don't forgive as easily. So yeah, she's still canceled. Next. Tarte. This really pained me just because I love the Tarte lip palettes, and oh my god, that Tarte's lip paint, when I tell you those do not move, the matte ones, baby, they do not move like at all, and come in beautiful colors, all of that. But according to them, black folks only come out in the summertime. Their foundations historically have been ashy, chalky gray on darker skin tones. Like I've tried a few of them. To be perfectly honest, by the time the Shape Tape concealer really came out, I was over Tarte. So definitely by the time the foundation came out, it was just kind of like, okay girl, I guess. And then the crazy thing was the darker shades that they have, those shades weren't even good. Y'all could have just made foundations to go with each Shape Tape concealer that you had. And I want to know why there was nobody in either the marketing department or the R&D department that was smart enough to say, well, we already have a really good range, why don't we just duplicate whatever. They handled that poorly. Canceled. Next. Too Faced. Rich Lives Matter, Nikki Tutorials. I'm a grown-ass woman. There's nothing in the Too Faced brand that appeals to me. I almost tried the Born This Way foundation when Jackie did her extension with it, just because I thought it was really, really cool that, you know, she did that collaboration with them to help, you know, for the brand to get it right. And then let's not forget that the first rollout of the Born This Way foundation was only 10 shades and they were all white. So that was Then the whole Rich Lives Matter thing, I think Jackie's collaboration came first and then the Rich Lives Matter thing, whatever, that was Then the whole his crazy sister trying to shame Nikki online, I can't. Nope, 3 strikes. Gotta go. Electric chair. Okay, Morphe. Woo!
No, ma'am!
I really tried to like Morphe. Morphe?
What the hell is even that?
I really tried to like Morphe. I really did. Don't ask me why I wanted to like them so bad. I think it was mainly because of the prices. Okay, so I'm sure somebody watching this is probably thinking, well, they already got rid of Jeffree and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. This is not new information that he's a bad person. Those videos been out since like
forever.
Now, Shane might have flown under the radar, which honestly, I have no idea how he did because good God. I never watched him before like a year ago. But oh my God, some of the things that he put out there, whatever. I mean, apparently he thinks that he's part of the beauty community, but I mean,
She doesn't even go here.
Anyway, back to Morphe. I really wanted to like Morphe mainly because the cost for starting up your own business as a makeup artist is expensive. And one of the things that I was absolutely obsessed with was brushes, having a ton of brushes. I actually have, like for my professional kit, I have this humongous brush roll. And I got it from the EMJ company, and they have the most fabulous brush rolls and brush belts. So beautiful. Hairstylist aprons and stuff like that. I'll put their link below. But the last time I counted, I had something like 150 brushes in this long brush roll, and I was just obsessed with having all of these brushes and having good quality brushes that feel good on my clients' faces and stuff like that. But I was so obsessed because I remember, you know, being a baby artist and only having maybe like 20 brushes, and you know, trying to do a wedding of more than like 3 or 4 people, you know, you're gonna have to take a 5 or 10 minute break in between clients just to clean brushes. And I always preferred knowing that each one of my clients, whoever sits in my chair, would get a freshly washed brush that had not touched anybody's face since the last time it was, you know, shampooed and sanitized. So I was just always obsessed with having a bunch of brushes, and brushes are expensive. So Morphe, at the price point that they are at for brushes, I really wanted to like them simply because it was gonna save my poor little overly stretched wallet at the time a lot of coin trying to, you know, build up my brush collection. But even though their brushes are, they're all right, you know what I mean? Nothing spectacular. Personally, I prefer Cozzette brushes, and Cozzette brushes come in sets as well, which will save you money. And Bdellium Tools. I adore Bdellium Tools brushes. Like those two brush companies, and I mean Sephora brand brushes are really good too. It's just the only sets that Sephora brushes come in are travel sets. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, their brushes are not cheap. But as far as like if you're a pro, Bdellium Tools, Cozzette brushes, Crown brushes, you know, those are pretty decent quality brushes. Cozzette brushes can be a little more on the expensive end, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's totally worth it. So I digress. I really wanted to like Morphe simply because they sold a wide range of brushes at a pretty low price point, which would have been great to me as a makeup artist. Their palettes, from what I had heard, were really pigmented. They came in a wide range of colors. These huge 35 color palettes that, even though they were wide, they were thin, so they still didn't take up a ton of space. So I really wanted to like them simply based off of that. But honestly, I know they supposedly dropped Jeffree Star, but to be perfectly honest, we've known this about that guy long before Morphe became the, you know, I don't even know whether to call them an industry giant, but I mean, I guess. But to become the huge company that they are now, and they still decided to align themselves with him. They only dropped him this time around because the pressure was really applied. They didn't do it because it was like, oh wow, these things came out about you and they don't make us feel good, so we would like to just part ways with you. No, they knew all of that going in, and they still decided to partner with him. And you gotta give a side eye to a company that would still decide, you know what, he's a terrible person, but who cares? There's money there. Yeah, anyway, they're canceled.
Electric chair.
Speaking of Jumanji star,
just as I thought, trash.
You could not pay me to try, wear, review any of his product. Like literally, he could offer me a sponsorship for an obscene amount of money and I couldn't do it. Like he just is the embodiment of just like bad energy and just bad person juju. Like I don't even want any of his products in my house. There isn't enough sage and Palo Santo to get rid of those spirits, which might explain why the beauty community hasn't been able to exorcise itself of him for the last 7-8 years.
For this move now, bam! In the name of oh, Holy Ghost, fire, 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 fire!
As much as he likes to say that he has changed, like he says he's changed, and then
again, nothing new, nothing changed, same old.
And then he'll say, no, but I've really changed though. And then he'll go and do the same thing again. And it's, no, you guys stop bringing that up. I've really changed. And then he does something even worse. There are certain character traits. I really just don't believe that you can change. And the type of hatred that someone would have to have living inside of them to do half of the things that he does and says to other people, like outside of a lobotomy, I don't feel like you can change certain things, like things like that. No. I mean, I very well could be wrong, but there's no switch to turn off being racist. Okay, and that's the end of today's video. I hope I wasn't too shady, but I feel like everything that I was talking about is not stuff that hasn't been said before about any of these companies. Kind of feel like I'm speaking my truth. Anyway, if you made it this far, first of all, thank you. And second, throw a teacup in the comments. Trying to see something. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, I would be honored if you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, so you definitely know when I upload. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.